Hello folks, how you doing? My name is Richard Lake and this is my journey along the Transcontinental Race number 8. It takes place in 2022, showing the events, the diarising, what goes on, all the best bits and the not so best bits. On that very subject, I left you on a bit of a cliffhanger. Did I go left to continue the race, or did I go right to quit and head through Montenegro to the airport? Well, which do you think I chose? If you didn't listen to that episode, don't forget you can listen to all of them back again. Just head over to my YouTube channel and you'll find links to all previous episodes there. So, what did I decide to do? Well, whether rightly or wrongly, I've decided to continue to try and reach the fourth control point in Romania. My biggest concern, if you didn't listen to that one, is dogs. And at the last control point, a couple of hills, I'm checking in, flying downhill, dogs running behind me. It was terrifying. They couldn't see me, I couldn't see them. It may have been one dog, maybe in several. I get the impression it was several. Could I hear? You know, I didn't see anything, but I heard running out of woods and things like that. So I just put my foot on it. So I think what I need to do is, because I've got plenty of time in which to do this now, is try, you know, leave in the morning, sensible time, and ride up to, you know, a sensible evening time. No overnight riding or anything, because obviously I'm spooking them and they're spooking me. So a day on, what have I decided to do differently? I've done the first parkour through the National Park and it was absolutely beautiful. Went for lunch at pizzeria, left there about 2:15. And whilst I was there, because I had internet connection there. Oh yeah, by the way, it's complicated even more because I don't have free roaming internet access or anything through Montenegro or Serbia. So I had to check into a restaurant, grab some food, sort out where I'm going to be staying, as well as how I'm going to find myself to get there. So I've chosen somewhere 95 kilometers away from that pizzeria, and just thinking, okay, that's my goal for the day. Try and get there, you know, before dark kind of thing. So at the moment I'm heading a south direction, south kind of easterly, and it's just 55k on this fairly major road. No going through small little villages and things. So hopefully this will work to my advantage. And it's a fairly major town as well I'm going into. It just happens to be along the route. So I've just chosen somewhere along the route. And depending on how this goes tonight, I'll, you know, maybe tomorrow I'll keep outside again. Would it be? I'd have to be. I don't think I can rely on bus shelters for that. I'm going to have to go behind a wall or something. But I don't know. Yet to decide. Take it one day at a time now. Going uphill again. This is always my worry, going uphill. The dog should turn up. Up to now it's always been on the downhill, although once it was on the flat. It was middle of the afternoon though. I kind of figured they're probably sleeping or staying out of the heat in the middle of the day. Anyway, that's enough about dogs. Even though they certainly paid a massive, they changed my opinion of TCR massively in the last 24 hours. I knew it was always going to be a risk. Anyway, I'm talking about dogs again. Scenery is stunning. The national park at the park hall was fantastic. So I'm heading through Bosnia now, or Serbia even, into Romania. Hopefully some more pleasant riding. Although you always have to be aware of dickhead drivers, amongst other things. They seem to beep you for no reason. Yeah, so really you get beeped a lot. It's like, oh, you shouldn't be there, let's beep him. Although the messages are quite mixed, because sometimes I've heard beeps and people out the window going, hey, and all this kind of thing. But generally speaking, if you've got a bicycle and you're on the road, you're not welcome here. All good so far. Onto the second climb of this, well, since it's like this section of the podcast really, it's another 570 odd metres, which will drop me into the town of, well, it looks like the word Pridgipolly, like Pridgipolly. Which will mean I've done about 130, 140 kilometres today. So I'm trying to get done before dark, basically. Maybe get there 7:30, 8 o'clock. I think it's reasonably realistic. But yeah, just got to take these climbs as they come, really. Can't just stop and wait down each one. So get no visitors on the way up. Sign says 37 kilometres. It's more like 32, I think. Yeah, how do you concentrate on going up something like this though? I think sometimes I do like this podcasting. I listen back to my old podcasts. Sometimes I'll just try and hold a pace line and forget about everything else. Other times I just check out the views, things like that. Like this morning for Demeter National Park. It's like 1200 metres of climbing, and then another 300 later on in the segment. It's like, for that it was really beautiful, so just turned off the numbers and just sucked in all the beauty around me. Don't know how well you can hear. Can you hear the crunching of gravel? New road. Say new road. 3/4 tarmac, quarter gravel. Just pushing the bike up now. Been a long old drag. Caught up with another rider, Rob Leslie, share the same initials. He's down there another half mile. Although he could overtake me because I think Rob's got gravel tyres on, but I have not. So yeah, just what I wanted on the. Let's push my bike up 2 miles. Seems to thin it out now, actually. But yeah, I think I'll jump on my bike. Well, good morning folks. It's 2 weeks on since the start of the Transcontinental Race, and I've left Pridgipolly, and I've just been listening back to the last 8 minutes of drivel on this podcast. Now it seems like I put a bit of a dampener on things. Now it's not all bad news, is it? I'm 3,200 kilometres in, 1,000 to go, less than 1,000 kilometres to Burgas. Just got a CP4 to get up, had the parkour. You know, majority of the work's done now. So yeah, stayed at a hotel, and once again, by complete accident, left the hotel in the morning. As I'm leaving, oh hello, there's Rob Leslie pushing his bike out exactly the same time. Big town, big city. But I guess if everybody uses booking.com, they just look at the very first listing. I know I did. I went, right, that'll do, that's a good price. I had one room, internet, nice shower, 3 beds, balcony view. But there was a party going on downstairs, I think it was a wedding. And it was this same music going on for like 2-3 hours. Eventually, if I wanted to sleep, I'd put my earplugs in. But music wise, can you imagine listening to drum and bass constantly for 3 hours? That's what this music was like. There's no Black Eyed Peas, no ABBA, nothing Western, no Cher, no chart music, no dance music. When I went down there early night, it was just a guy and a woman singing. The guy there on his big huge Casio keyboard, mixing all the songs into one and another. It's all fascinating stuff, but to try and sleep through this constant tempo of Arabic music, none of it which you know, it was all interesting. Had my headphones on, earplugs even. Talking of headphones, that segues me to what I wanted to talk about actually. Going up climbs and things. So right now, yes, I'm going up a climb. Yes, it's a long one, 700 meters. Yes, it's straight after the hotel. But how do I keep myself entertained? One, I talk to you guys. Two, I've got no music. I didn't bring a podcast, an MP3 player. Didn't load my phone with music. Trying to protect my battery life. That's always been my mission. How long can I keep my phone on without having to charge it? To be honest, I could have done with some music this morning, because it seems to be heading through rush hour, or away from rush hour. At times there's been a constant stream of traffic, and a lot of traffic trying to get into Poly. Some of it's gone wrong overnight because lots of blue lights flashing everywhere. And as I left the hotel, or rather first petrol station, there's loads of pussycats loose on the road. I'm sure it doesn't take that long to clear the road. But there you go. Anyway, to wrap up this morning's preamble, I'm hoping to register a 200 kilometre ride today. I really need to get one of those in. So I'm hoping it's less hilly. I'm hoping there's plenty of petrol stations just on the route. I can fuel up. Hoping for some nice restaurants I can drop into and grab some food quickly of some kind. Although generally I've just used petrol stations throughout, really. The odd pizzeria here and there. Right, anyway, the road quality is dropping and I'm still travelling upwards. I'll speak to you again soon. Just having my lunch a little bit further up the road. I've got some Clips's Max, some bacon flavoured crisps, a chicken panini with blue cheese, and it's one of these, it came in one of these packaging which you start in the corner and you're like, oh, this is a little bit hard to get into. Oh my god, this really is hard to get into, and you're like looking for sharp things to like pierce it open. You're like, this better be a good panini, and eventually you get it open, you're like, oh, this waft of smell comes up your nostrils, and you're like, oh yeah, it's all worth it. Not. Why do they make them so difficult to get into? I don't know. Do you know what? I'm rambling again, aren't I? On a side note, as I've been sat here, I think I've seen the Serbian bin lorry, the one and only Serbian bin lorry, because I swear I'm telling the truth. It was parked over there, and 2-3 cars beeped as they went past. I was like, is that actually a thing? Serbian bin lorry. I feel very lucky and privileged to have actually seen it. Well, as I drink this G-Drive energy drink, I think to myself, why the hell did I pick this route? Is there no alternative roads in Serbia? It's just been fast flowing roads the entire time. When fast flowing I mean heavy traffic, constant all the way through. It's like, must have been more cars than there is people in this country. It's ridiculous. It's been fast though, I guess. I've looked down at my Garmin, it says 21.4, which certainly has been fast compared to the last few days. And of course I had a bit of a few climbs this morning, quite steep ones, well, quite not steep but long going, 700 metres, 250 metres. Those are quite lengthy climbs. So yeah, I guess these speeds just recouping up a little bit now, but I'm not impressed by Serbia. Perhaps I should spend a bit more time finding an alternative route through here rather than going for the most direct one. I guess when I was planning for Serbia, I was thinking to myself, well, I'm getting towards the end. I could afford to put some faster roads in, but I'm paying the price now because it is so annoying. Tell you what, it was fun going through Unize though. U-N-I-Z-E, I think it was spelled. Flying down into the city, 3 lanes, 2 quarter lanes in the opposite direction. Me flying down this mountain, city roads, cars trying to overtake just to get one car in front, you know, no benefit and all that kind of thing. Flying down there, it was kind of, I felt like I was on the M62 or something, even though it was only 3 lanes, you know, 2 in one direction and 1 in the other. Cityscape on the left, me flying down there through a few tunnels, and oh, it was really quick pace, and I really enjoyed that. It's quite a thrill. My first impression of Serbia has essentially been, don't want to come here again. However, I've heard, I think the name of the town is Slobada. Surprising number of people riding bikes. Maybe things are looking up. Made it to the end of the route for today. From one hotel into the next. I'm not quite sure how far I've ridden. Maybe 210 kilometres. I've actually got the Garmin in my hands right now. Let's have a look. I think it was about 210. So I'm just gonna work out with one hand how to get to the history. There it is. And because I'm interested to know how much I've done today. 215, so I'm happy with that. Like I said, I've bounced from one B&B to the next. I'm just trying to, again, not travel overnight. So yesterday morning I left at 6:53. The day before 7:12. The day before that 8:14. That was terrible. All similar times. So at some point he's trying to get back into Vivian, but for now I'm quite happy just jumping in B&B and having a good night's sleep, treating it a bit like a holiday really. So where am I? I'm in the Garni Hotel, Lana, which is in a place that I don't know how to pronounce. Someone stopped right there. So I hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast, and if you've got any questions, feel free to head down in the comments below, and at some point when I finally get home, after all this madness is over, I'll indulge and try and answer some of those if I possibly can. So yeah, that's it from me. Take care. I shall see you in the next podcast. in the next couple of days. Take care. Bye bye.